they're back in business to set records.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed history.
That's what I say.
All right, guys, busy weekend coming up this weekend. So 666 goes on sale Saturday morning. So anyone that's filled out expression of interest should have already got an email. If you didn't get your email events@sictamagazine.com. Say you didn't get it, there'll be another email go out. But expression of interest get hour early entries, so they get to enter at 9 a.m. If there's any remaining regular entries, those go on sale at 10 a.m. But I'm telling you, there's over 1,600 people on the expression of interest sheet already. So it is going to sell out before 10 a.m. So if you're not on expression of interest, then chances are you will not get a spot in 666. It's going to be an epic road trip, tons of stops, like just a cool part of Route 66. Speaking of whatever, there's people have asked for snapbacks, black snapbacks. So now over on the merch site, you can get the black snapback. They also have the gray, light gray. That's more like a light gray, but Sick Mag snapback. So you can get those over on the merch site. Go grab those. And Autorama is this weekend. They're getting the Chode video to come on this or whatever. We've had this thing for a while, but we haven't done anything with it. But it is going down to Autorama. It's going to be there. The merch trailer is going to be down at Autorama. We're going to have 10 cars in our booth. So a couple of our cars and then 8 other cars, drag and drive cars, that are going to be there. One big thing at Autorama, the straw hats. People ask all the time about the straw hats. They're bulky. Like, we don't even have the appropriate boxes to ship them. But we are bringing them down to Autorama. So if you've been wanting one of those, come down to Autorama, see us. You can buy one of the straw hats. And mention free sauce at Autorama, and we will give you a free barbecue sauce with any purchase at Autorama. So just say Bobby, give me the free sauce. And Bobby will give you the free sauce. Right, Bobby?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. But
If you say it's super nice.
if you say it's super nice. But that will be a special gift down at Autorama for anybody there. So come see us at Autorama. That is Friday, Saturday, Sunday at, I call it Gobo. I think it's called Huntington Place now, but downtown Detroit. So going to be a good time down there. Thanks for watching, guys. I got an idea with that. Have you seen the stuff on Drop the Hammer? That little West Coast drag and drive that they're doing over there, like 3-day deal. It's like I think it's the weekend after Memorial Day.
Okay.
So, well, shit, Cletus and Cars is Memorial Day, right?
Okay,
All right.
Brian says yes.
So we get that, and then you drive that on Drop the Hammer.
Oh my God. Where at in California?
No, it's Western Michigan.
Oh, it's in Michigan. Did he not say California?
West side of the state. I said
okay.
west side of the state.
Could have sworn he said California. I'm like, what the hell?
So we could use that as your cherry popper
Oh, my cherry popper.
to do a drag and drive.
All right.
So it says it's got a gated shifter. So
Okay, so it's a stick.
yep.
I like.
So
4-speeds are cool.
but
We're gonna have to put a good center section and a good drive shaft in it, so I don't look like a total dick with all that laying on the ground. It says it has an Oldsmobile rear end in it, so
well, it has 0 roll cage. So
yeah.
but I think that's an 8th mile event. So I think
But you know what? I can find one of those single guy Lakewood bolt-in hoops to go with the
there you go.
whole deal.
There you go. I'm not going to show you guys the picture of what we're talking about anyway, because we don't even know. It's literally a Facebook post of something for sale.
Right.
Saying that'd be cool. What do you guys think, though?
What do
Bobby's
you
cherry
think?
popper? Bobby's
It's my
cherry popper?
Yeah, I've never raced. I've raced a lot of things,
You
but never
you raced
a car.
the Challenger down the street.
I did get to. I did get to do the rental car
challenge.
the rental car Challenger, and what did it go? What was my best in that thing? Because Jason got the best time, and then I think I got the second best time, but maybe it was.
What did it run? 13s or something?
It was.
Oh, it was 8th mile.
It-
So what did it run?
No, we were doing quarter.
Oh,
That was quarter for that.
14s?
14's real low 14
Let's
something
run
or
around
other.
their truck.
But that my fucking truck runs 1390, so big deal. I raced that 2 times at Milan. Went
So-
down the drag strip. Thought it was gonna like, is this ever gonna end? Am I ever gonna get to the finish line?
Off to the
So-
grocery store.
Right.
There you go. We gotta see if it's available, but we did the road trip. 3 hours up there. 3 hours there to go look at the car. We looked at the 57 and 56. Sorry, 56. Looked at the 56, and what you couldn't tell from the pictures when we first looked at it is the paint. I don't know. Describe the paint.
The paint is old lacquer, so when a car sits outside and the sun cooks it, it cracks and then splits open, and it just
Yeah, but
does
that
it
cracking
all
and
over.
splitting wasn't even the bad part. It was on the doors. It
and
was
the-
like it had rolled down, like it had melted.
Can I say it on? It looked like a wrinkly old ball sack, is what the door looked like. It was the weirdest, like someone heated the door and the paint all shriveled up and was just, it was really weird how that happened. And then plus all the other parts were flaking. It's a 70s build probably. So the fender flares were made out of some steel and then bondoed over, and that was cracking and popping and falling off, and so was the paint. So we want a car that was cool patina, the rest we can deal with, but the paint really sucked. And it was pearl.
Yeah,
Pearl white.
Was looking for something that, yeah, paint and body work. Well, contrary to what Bob's working on, is not in our forte that we wanted to do. So, I mean, looking for something that is a good, like when we did whatever, the giveaway gasser, like something like that, where it's like a race car that hadn't been on the street in a long time, can convert it. We can do a little bit of stuff to it, but kind of a quick turnaround thing to make it into a drag and drive style car. So that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. Bob's been combing Marketplace. I've been looking at stuff on there, but we're looking for recommendations. This is Bobby's cherry popper car that we want to be able to just put a couple weeks worth of work into to have it ready to go. That hey, we can take it to a drag and drive event, and Bob can pop his cherry with drag.
Sounds weird
driving.
because I'm 55 and that was a long time ago.
But
So
so we even have a special email, newcar@sictamagazine.com. So then Bob will get the pictures of it, but just links to it. And I mean, looking for something that, I mean, it could be a roller that doesn't have an engine and transmission, but that stuff's there. Good patina on it. We don't want to have to do any body work to the car. We can do some stuff to the chassis. We can do some stuff to the drivetrain on it. We can do some stuff to make it more streetable, that kind of deal. But we want it to have a good look, and not to give anything away, but at the end of the day, somewhere down the line, this is going to be a giveaway car. So something good that, like, hey, can go out there and we can have some fun with and get it up to a streetable car and then give it away to someone down the road. So, but that's the goal. I mean, that's
right.
so
Truck or car.
yeah, truck, car, like know that we're going to do a drag and drive, so it's going to go down the drag strip with it. We do have a couple things in mind that Bob has found already, but we are definitely looking for those recommendations. So, I mean, give us links to stuff, or maybe you have something that you'd like to see us do the build up in the video here that then Bob takes it. I mean, yeah, right?
Help me out.
So Bobby needs a car. So newcar@sictamagazine.com, and new car might have been the wrong title, but new car. But
New car?
we don't want a new car. Well, it's new to us. So, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Either way.
know.
Either
But
way. Yeah.
something cool, something probably more in the classic. Like Bobby, I mean, give them
Yeah.
some things that you would lean towards picking more than others.
Tri-5s, I like Tri-5s, and I like trucks. I'm not a Mopar fan, but I'm not going to kick it out because like a Dart is cool. No Corvettes. I don't like Corvettes. Pretty much 50s to 60s trucker car.
And-
Ford or GM, sort of.
And Bobby is a sucker for old race cars. So if something's got loud graphics on it or
Yeah.
like anything like that, the name down the side of it, like something cool
Lace
from
paint
the
jobs.
yeah, from the
Yeah.
past like that, like Bobby's a sucker for that stuff. So like if you want an easy in, like you get something that was down the racetrack back in the 70s and Bob's probably sold right there. It doesn't matter how much work he's got to do to the rest of it. But that's what we're looking for, something cool like that. So, hey, hit us up. And, I mean, that race is end of May. So, literally by the time we get it, and we have many other projects going on. So, but we just want something that we can do some stuff to. We got some engines to go in something if it's the right thing. And, I mean, we can figure something out in that regard. But we do want it to, like, have that good 20-foot away look right now. And we can work on the details to make it go down the track, so, and drive around on the street. But there you go, guys. Thanks.
The rear end update is I'm reassembling it now, which still means I have to take this whole side off, get this whatever middle piece out of there, and I have to cut the bottom off of it. This piece has to get cut off of this one, which is right here, and that's for the new guy takes its place right there and slips in there, and this side's already done. So Freddie is taking out the Santoff shocks and putting the Menser shocks in, and hopefully we are back in business to set records.
All right, so out of the deuce box, Aiden has the radiator and the intercooler out. We are going to send these to Cirque Motorsports, so they do all the cleaning and the pressure checking and making sure that all of this stuff's in good shape. They do it for NASCAR, and I don't even know what else, but they're also doing some drag racing stuff. But like they were originally in Europe, now they got a thing in North Carolina, but we're going to send that to them, let them clean these out, and also check them. Aiden had an issue when this got put back together that temperature was higher. We think it was just an air lock in the cooling system that was causing it. But just as precaution, plus after the blow up when he lifted the head gasket, we never sent these to get clean. Bad on us. But so we're going to send that stuff now, get that stuff clean, checked out, and sent back. So that's that, because he's trying to get this ready for 6 summer. So making some upgrades to it, which will be covered more, but making some upgrades to it to get ready for 6 summer. Hopefully you can get that elusive 7-second pass. So we'll see. All right, folks, I am on the way to the airport to pick up Paul. Paul is the winner of the dually. So the giveaway dually that went on, he's the winner. Been contacted by the attorneys, like all that stuff or whatever, legal paperwork, but then finally allowed to come in and pick it up. He is flying in today. This morning we booked him a flight out of Rhode Island. He's flying here, one-way ticket, because he is going to drive it back to Rhode Island. Car guy, at least from the couple conversation stuff I had on the phone, so we're going to pick him up. He's going to hang out at the shop today. We'll do lunch and dinner and stuff like that, and I'm not sure if he's going to hit the road today or if he's hitting the road tomorrow, but I mean, he's welcome to stay for a couple days. We do have the what do we have? Monster Trucks. The Monster Trucks. So Ryan Anderson is actually in town for Monster Truck or Monster Jam this weekend. So we're going to go down there tomorrow and watch testing. But we'll see. I mean, if Paul wants to stay for that, he's more than welcome to go down there when we do that. But very cool. This is our third giveaway, and just awesome when these guys come in. And oh, he's a magazine subscriber, so he did win as being a subscriber to the magazine, so that's very awesome. But like I said, gonna go down and pick him up. Airport's about an hour from our shop. He lands around 8 o'clock, so gonna grab him, get him back to the shop. So there you go, guys. All right, so the completion of our third giveaway, and we got the winner here. Paul just flew in from Rhode Island.
Rhode
right?
Island, yep.
We're at in Rhode Island.
Middletown.
Okay, and you don't work for the magazine. I didn't know you till we talked after you won and the attorney contacted you. It's not rigged, not a scam. He's taking home this dually, and actually what's cool about Paul is he's going to drive this thing home. So he's taking this. He's got his $5,000 for gas money. He's going to drive this thing back to Rhode Island, right?
Yes.
You said you're going to make a couple stops on the way.
Yes. Summit, then friends down at State College.
Cool. So it's, how far is it? How many miles?
Just under 800 miles.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a one-tank trip.
Okay, so rear end is in the car now. Quick little rundown on the fiasco I had getting it in the car. So the housing that was in the car was hand built at Skinny Kids who built the car. So that's a complete handcrafted chromoly rear end housing. So the bracketry is built to what Keith's specs were, which fit the car the way everything is mounted, shocks, 4-link, all that stuff. Going by someone else's, everything is different. The distance, the center line of these holes to the center line of axle are different forward and back from what was in the car. The distance from here to here is different. Where the shocks were completely different because this little thing comes with this housing and bolts in right here and adjusts the shock. Well, as you can see, our shocks are way too big, and we have one set that's 1 inch shorter, and that's the stuff that it was built with the original rear end housing in the car. Now I had to go and make these brackets that turned into wheelie bar mount, because this is where the wheelie bar would have mounted before through the strange setup. So I had to lower that when I lowered this because that blocked off where those would go. So once these pieces were made, then I could put this back in the car, start to figure out lengths of 4-link bars. The brake calipers, of course, don't go back where they were on the other housing because they sat perfectly flat, and that is purposely done so when you're putting your giant ass wheel and tire on with beadlock, you don't grab one of these carbon brake rotors and break it off, because they're tough, but you throw that big ass wheel and tire in here and damage this, it'll break a corner off, it'll chip it, it'll do something, you're done unless you have spare ones. So this is meant to sit on top to protect that while you're trying to shove that big ass wheel and tire in this small opening, and it's a real pain to get them in here. So now it has to sit there. That's just the way the thing indexes. It's their brackets, their rear end housing, but for some stupid reason you can't index it, so it's just straight up. If I move it to the next set of holes, the caliper will be here. So whatever. We got the wishbone in. It didn't want to fit very good neither. I had to machine the pieces on the housing that come with it, because we run a 1/2 inch bolt but 5/8 bodied heim joint on the slider in the wishbone. So I had to machine about 110 thousandths off of that to get that thing to work. Then these little cute brackets come from Low Dollar, so I keep them indexed with a little 632 countersunk bolt there. That way nothing fluctuates, moving, tire shaking, whatever. You always get the same reading on everything. So we're in the final stages of tidying up. I had to order new brake lines because the other ones are too short to make it all the way down to here now. So those will be here tomorrow. So the next thing will be wheelie bars. They'll go in. These are in a completely different spot than the original rear end housing. The other ones were down here and back, so I may have to make new upper bars to make the original wheelie bars all work in here again. So other than that, everything is pretty close. We're gonna put the wheels and tires on and sit the car down, set ride height, kind of check over the 4-link. I don't know squat about it, but it's probably close to where it was with the original housing, and pretty much the day it was built, kind of a quick little setup that way. But they'll have to fine tune that stuff on the track. So that's where we stand.